I ended things with my boyfriend because of his new female friend at work. Not because I'm jealous, not because I'm insecure, because I watched him become a completely different person around her, and he didn't even notice. And by the time I did, I had already lost him in every way that mattered. We'd been together almost 3 years. Good years. The kind where you finish each other's sentences and argue about whose turn it is to pick the restaurant. Comfortable, safe, real. He started the new job in January. Better pay, shorter commute. I was happy for him. The first few weeks he came home drained but optimistic. Normal. Then somewhere around week 3, the energy shifted. He started coming home lighter, more talkative, energized in a way I hadn't seen in a while. I assumed the job was clicking. I was glad. But it wasn't the job. It was her. It started with her name just appearing in conversation. She said something funny in a meeting. She recommended a podcast he's now obsessed with. She likes the same obscure band he's been into since college that nobody else ever cared about. Cool, I thought. Make friends. I trust you. I meant it. I want to be clear about that. I genuinely meant it. But then the name started showing up every day. Multiple times. He was connecting her to every corner of his life, and I don't think he even realized it. I brought it up once, gently. He laughed. Said I'd love her if I met her. He wasn't defensive. He was genuinely lit up, and that was the part that unsettled me. I let it go. I told myself I was being sensitive. Then the late nights started. First one, a deadline. Plausible. Second time, same week, another project. Third time, I checked in around 8. He texted back fast. Still here, might be another hour. Love you. His team is 4 people. So the next morning, I asked casually how they were all holding up. He paused just a beat too long. Said it was mostly him and her driving the project. The other 2 weren't as involved. Not the team, just them, together, repeatedly. I didn't say anything. I stored it, and I kept going. Kept cooking dinner. Kept watching TV next to him at night. Kept pretending I wasn't watching for signs. A few nights later, I picked up his phone to check the time. Mine was cracked. A message preview from her lit up. Miss you already, I showed him. He smiled a little, like it was sweet, like my concern was the strange part. He said she's just affectionate, that's how she is. I asked him one question. If a guy from my job texted me that, how would you feel? He said it wasn't the same thing. I asked why. He said I was making something out of nothing, and he was too tired for this. I dropped it. I shouldn't have. 2 weeks later, his sister called, making small talk about his birthday. She mentioned she'd seen him recently. A dinner, a small group. She assumed I'd been there. I hadn't. I didn't even know it happened. I traced back the calendar. That dinner was on a Wednesday. The same Wednesday he came home at 10:30 saying a work thing ran late. I asked his sister who else was there. She listed names, and then she said her name. His sister heard the shift in my silence and immediately backpedaled. I told her not to worry, got off the phone, sat on the kitchen floor for a while, not crying, just sitting. When he got home, I didn't ambush him. I didn't raise my voice. I just told him I'd talked to his sister, that she mentioned the dinner, and I'd like to understand why he hadn't told me. He said he knew I'd make it weird. That sentence. He hadn't forgotten. He'd thought about telling me, waited, and decided a lie was easier because he knew I'd react. Her comfort was worth more than my honesty. I asked him to explain that to me. He got defensive immediately. Said I was twisting his words, that he's allowed to have friends, that I'd been suffocating him, that he couldn't keep walking on eggshells. Eggshells. I had brought this up twice in 3 months. I didn't respond. I stood there for a second, looked at him, and walked to the bedroom and closed the door. I lay there thinking about every time I'd swallowed something because I didn't want to seem like that girlfriend. Jealous. Controlling. I had been so careful not to be those things that I'd let him build an entire parallel situation just outside my line of sight. I packed a bag Thursday morning while he was at work. Left a note saying I needed space. He called 6 times before I reached my friend's apartment. Texts followed immediately. Can we talk? Please don't do this. This isn't what it looks like. He didn't ask what I needed. He didn't apologize for the lie. He just wanted me back where things were manageable for him. That told me everything. I haven't gone back. It was never really about her. It's about the fact that when it came down to it, he chose her comfort over my honesty. Every single time. And I can't unknow that. I'm not sure I want to.